All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have Coach Brown on the channel. We have a little interview today, and we're going to be walking through some of the stuff that he's doing with coaches now, and we're going to be showing some examples of what he's done with his clients, and you'll be able to learn more about how he can help you specifically if you're in basketball, looking to take your business to the next level. This is going to be a really in-depth video for you guys. And before we start, I want to show you something you can check out on our YouTube channel. So if you go to our main channel, Make Money Coaching Sports, and click on playlist, you'll see we have a, a playlist here with Coach, uh, and it's going to have all of our content that we ever post. You can just click into there, and you can see every single thing that we do within the YouTube channel because we have a lot of content coming your way. So. Uh, what we're going to do here is Coach, let's talk about um, one of your best clients that you've worked with, and how this kind of translates into how you're you're going to be helping coaches coming up. So we have your client here, Gabby. So I'll let you kind of just take it away from here.
Sure. Yeah, here with Gabby Gregory, Gabby family actually moved to Dallas from Oklahoma when she was in third grade to get better basketball training. Um, I met her because I was the skills coach for the AAU team that she was working with. And actually, she was on their development team. She was not even on their A team. And so her dad wanted her to get better. And he asked me, could he sign her up to work with me 3 times a week? And he said, because she really, really wants to improve. She wants to be on that A team. She has goals that she set for herself.
Mhm.
In the third grade, she had already said that she wanted to go back to Oklahoma and play for the University of Oklahoma and actually play for the head coach at the time, which was Sherry Cole. That was a goal that she set when she was in third grade.
Wow.
Long story short, uh, we trained 3 days a week from third grade all the way through eighth grade. And she just made tremendous progress each year.
Hmm.
Um, when they moved back to Oklahoma, when she was starting in ninth grade, she had mastered all the fundamentals. And what you're seeing in the video clips that's showing in the background is her at the University of Kansas. And this is her senior year at the University of Kansas State. She transferred there from Oklahoma after Sherry Cole retired.
Hmm.
She did end up being Gatorade Player of the Year her senior year in high school at the University of Oklahoma, and achieved her dream and goal of signing with the University of Oklahoma and playing for Sherry Cole.
Wow.
So, what we're getting ready to talk about here is the value of the workouts that I produce and how they're very valuable to players and coaches, especially now
Hmm.
with with the NIL deals, transfer portals, that type of thing. Players coming out of high school now, even while they're in high school, have the opportunity for NIL deals. And so Gabby exemplifies versatility in
Hmm.
terms of what college coaches look for. Gabby is only 5'11". And so, like most players that, you know, when she was younger, they played her on the inside. But me knowing that as she got to the high school level and college level, she was going to have to be able to play facing the basket, shooting from outside, handling the basketball, getting to the basket. So that's why we focus on all the repetition on versatility workout from third grade to eighth grade. So that's the background on Gabby.
Right. And I know we've talked about in previous episodes, like one of the core reasons why the parents of the kids that you work with, why they're bought in to what you do, it's because of the results that kids have already gotten in your program. And like you've been able to develop and grow this business for, the last 30 years. And the workouts for you have have really been the secret ingredient to why kids get better and why there's so much consistency with the results with the kids that you work with. So when you try to explain to a coach that's out there that, maybe they're training clients and they don't have the consistent type of clients throughout the year. Like they're just kind of hit and miss throughout the year. Sometimes they train in the summer, they take a break, they come back. Like why are the workouts that you have, I guess, so effective for kids? If a coach was able to use those and access those like throughout the whole year.
Great. That's a great question. The reason why the workouts are so effective, I've had a unique experience in terms of my coaching background and coaching development. I've been fortunate to have played basketball on the college level, played professionally and coached professionally overseas, and had the opportunity to work under Hall of Fame coaches, play for and work for Hall of Fame coaches. I also have had the opportunity to work with individuals on the NBA level as well, in terms of agents, general managers, that type of thing. Victor Wembanyama,
Hmm.
who plays for the San Antonio Spurs, his agent, Buna Njai, is a good friend of mine. And so we met about 14 years ago working out at the health club where we live, because we live in the same neighborhood.
Hmm.
And we met at the health club. And so I got a chance to talk to him about what I do. He shared with me what he did. And we talked about how maybe we could work together.
Hmm.
So he came over to my workout facility, watched me do some workouts, was impressed with me and some of the workouts that we was doing, and the results that he was seeing with the players. He arranged for some of his players from France, from some of his young players from France, when they come over during the summer, he arranged for me to conduct the shooting workouts for them to see how they gel with me and that type of thing. And so through our relationship over the past 13, 14 years, he also told me when Victor was 13 years old, he says, I have a kid in France who, when he's draft eligible, he's going to be the first pick taken in
Hmm.
the NBA. And so I got an opportunity not only to learn from my Hall of Fame coaches, Coach Lewis Orr at Navarro Junior College, Coach Flickner at Eastfield College, but when I decided that I wanted to go into the coaching profession, I wanted to learn from the best.
Hmm.
And so I invested, to this day, I probably have invested over $50,000 in terms of going to camps and clinics and investing in videos over the years that I purchased from, and being involved in Bobby Knight camps and that type of thing. So I've had a unique opportunity to learn from some of the best coaches in the world. And
Hmm.
so what I did is every time I went to a clinic, um, like for example, I had the opportunity to what's called the G League now, used to be called the CBA, the Continental Basketball Association. Okay.
Hmm.
So back then, when players that I had worked with in college had the opportunity to go to the CBA or go to the NBA summer camp, they would hire me to prepare them, and then I would go with them. So when I went to those different workouts, I took my note cards with me.
Hmm.
I still to this day have 3x5 laminated note cards from all the camps and clinics that I went to 30 years ago. My
Wow.
assistant coaches and my students, they all laugh at me because I still take them out during the workouts and go
Right.
over them. So I say that to say this: the reason why what I offer will be so valuable to other coaches out there is because over the past 30 plus years, I've gained some unique experiences and learned from some of the best coaches, and best coaches, not just best coaches, but some of the best players in the world. You know, I had a
Hmm.
chance to, Cynthia Cooper, for example. Some people may remember her from the WNBA. I had a chance to meet her in person when I was coaching AAU basketball, and we played in a tournament that she was a keynote speaker at the opening of the tournament. And me and my players, we got a chance to meet her before the ceremony started. And after that, I started buying her workout videos
Mm-hmm.
and her weightlifting, her individual workout videos, and studying what she did as a player. And it's one thing that she shared with me that I'll never forget. And I share it with a lot of my players as well. She said this to me. She said, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So what most people don't know is that Cynthia Cooper, when she went to USC, she was not the top player on USC team. She was not a really, really famous player on USC team. She didn't. She went overseas to play basketball and was invited back to try out for the WNBA. So she
Wow.
ended up being a four-time WNBA champion back to back to back to back with the Houston Comets. And so I wanted to learn more about what she did to
Mm-hmm.
prepare to play the way that she played. Because here's something that's important. When the WNBA started, the WNBA was built around Cheryl Scoops, Rebecca Lobo, and players like that, and Lisa Leslie. They
Mm-hmm.
were going to be the names and stars of the WNBA. They was going to represent the WNBA. Well, Cynthia Cooper came back from playing basketball in Europe and had been there 10 years already. And when she came back and tried out for the WNBA, made the WNBA, well, she took over the WNBA by storm. And what fascinated me about her is that she wasn't the most athletic player. She was a guard, and but she was fundamentally sound.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what impressed me about her. She was very effective on the basketball court. And so that's the reason why I invested in all of her workout videos. Okay. And I have all of her stuff on note cards that are laminated. And I use her strength training workout, her individual workouts, and all of that to this day with players that I work with, both young men and young women. And the results are outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
So coaches today do not have the opportunity that coaches that came through in my era 30 years plus ago, they don't have the same opportunities that we had in terms of being able to learn from those type of players and those type of coaches, and to
Mm-hmm.
be able to attend clinics in that way, because those types of things are not offered the same way today. Coaches today get a lot of their stuff off of YouTube and that type
Mm-hmm.
of thing. And so there's nothing like being at a camp or at a NBA summer league or at a 3-day
Mm-hmm.
CBA workout and being actually there and being able to watch coaches work, take notes of all the different drills and all that type of thing, and be able to carry that home with you and have had those interactions and those experiences in person with people. That's powerful.
Right.
So that's what I want to offer coaches today, to be able to get that, because there's still something about the way that things were done in terms of with coaches during that era,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that people still want to
Mm-hmm.
keep all of those type of things going, in terms of players being able to understand how really hard they have to work to accomplish things. Coaches understanding how hard they really have to work to accomplish things and the sacrifice they made. I sacrificed being a grad assistant, you know, when I came back from Europe and that type of thing, just so that I could learn from a Hall of Fame coach. I worked a whole year with no pay.
Mm-hmm.
You see
No
what I'm
one would
saying?
do that
Those are
now.
the type of sacrifices that coaches that came up in my era made. We
Right.
took low paying assistant jobs, those types of things. But I say that to say this: those same little note cards that I learned all of those things from the camps and clinics, and that I've been using for 30 years, have allowed me 30 plus years ago, even when I was in Europe, won a championship as a player, built championship programs as a coach and as a youth development coach in Europe, and did the same thing back when I came back here. Well, those little note cards and those notes and the things that I learned from those camps and clinics and coaches have helped me to earn millions of dollars as a youth coach, as a AAU coach, and skills development coaching, coaching various teams, and
Hmm.
having success and winning championships. I would not have been able to garner all the sponsorships and donations, which it has exceeded millions of dollars now, had not I took the time and put forth the effort and made the sacrifices to learn from those Hall of Fame coaches. So
Right.
without those coaches out there having to do all the things that I did to
Hmm.
be able to achieve what I've achieved, as a skills training coach, as a team coach, and that type of thing, um, they can gain all of that knowledge and information from me
Mm.
without having to go through those experiences, because most coaches today, those opportunities like that are not so much available. Those type of coaches like that,
Hmm.
or a lot of them are not around
Right.
anymore.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the value of it.
Yeah. And then I always look at too, because we talked about this, I believe, a week ago, when a parent brings their child into the gym and they can just see that the session is just running so smoothly. Like it's because you have built that into a curriculum. And I know one of the
Correct.
biggest issues that coaches have is they think they can just go and, because they played basketball or maybe they've coached at a decently high level, they think they can just roll into a session and run a session with their eyes closed. And most people can, but can they do that for a year straight? Most people, like, they're just going to be making up things as they go. They don't have a structured program, and which is why most coaches that are in this space, it's hard for them to sell a 12-month program for $4,800, which is what you do. But it's easy for you because you have structure. Right when someone joins, they know exactly what they're doing and they're in your system of development versus just taking them on and figuring out what to do. And that, in my opinion, is why uh, a lot of coaches need to have something like this because they need to have better structure with what they do with their clients. And then the results are going to be better and the parents are going to want to tell more parents about it. So it's just this feedback loop of, you know, structure, organization, knowing what to do with the clients. And I know that's what you're looking to just give coaches so they can just take your playbook, run with it, and all the guesswork, all that stuff goes away for the coach because they just know exactly, all right, this is what to do. It's how long to do it. And that's how they're going to get better results with their clients and ultimately make a lot more money in this industry because they have something to actually show within their business. It's not just them thinking they can just go run a session. And I know a lot of coaches may not like it that I say that, but that's just the truth. And I know like in my sport, soccer, it's the same way. Like the people I've seen, they're the absolute most successful. They have curriculum that is part of their business. It's, when someone comes in, they're at this level. Here's what we're going to do. We're not going to the next thing until this is perfected. And that's why I love what you're talking about because I know it's really needed. And I know the last thing I'll say about it is that the barrier to entry right now is so low for any new trainer to get into this business. Like there's no certifications, there's no licensing. It's like any Joe Schmo can wake up tomorrow and go start a business and think that they can do it. But it's like the people that are the most prepared, the people that are the most detailed, most organized, those are the ones that stay in this long term. It's not a summer gig.
Right.
It's a long-term career that people can do if they have the right structure down, which is what you're providing. So I know like right below this video in the description, there's a link, right, where people can go and check it out. And if they have questions, they can see your number there and they can give you a call or text you and you guys can chat about it. So um, I'm curious. I know I know it's been a combination of, going to camps, going to clinics, investing a lot of your time and money into learning, you know, from the best of the best. And now you've kind of like taken all of that, developed like your own
That's
system
right.
on training. Um, I'm curious to know from you because I haven't been in the gym to see one of your sessions, and I will soon. I'm going to surprise you one day, and you'll be shocked that I'm there because you're not that far away from me. But I'm curious to know what is like the parent's first impression when they're in the gym for the very first time with you.
Their impression is professionalism. They see professionalism right from the start because when they come in as a new parent, all new parents go through the same procedure. There is a information form that they fill out that I get all their information prior to the evaluation. Um, Everything is already set up for the evaluation. Uh, the assistant coach who assists me with the evaluation is already in place. And so once they fill out the form and we do the introduction with the parents and the kids, then my assistant coach will take the player and take the player through, start them out like what you said. We have a curriculum
Hmm.
that my assistant coaches follow, and they take them through a warm up. Um, they take them through a series of exercises, and then we go into the different type of drills that we use for
Hmm.
evaluation. So
Hmm.
that parent is sitting there watching everything go like clockwork.
Right.
And then there's a set time for the evaluation, and then we allow time
Hmm.
also after the player evaluation to sit down with the parents and have the orientation session with the parents in terms of what we saw in the evaluation and what we recommend going forward.
Right.
So that's the first thing that they see is professionalism, and they see organization,
Right.
and that's what they all see in all of our sessions, because all of our sessions are done by curriculum.
Right. Yeah. And I think one of the things that stands out is, and I've seen this kind of over and over when I have these types of conversations with you, it's like everything always comes back to professionalism, being really organized, and having things set up before people do anything. So it's like before your assistant coach gets there, they know, all right, this is exactly what you're gonna do with that person. Like they're not making it up. They're not trying to figure out, they're not poking you on the shoulder during the eval session, asking you what to do next. You're not screaming at them from the other side of the gym. Like they know exactly what to do, and there's a blueprint, step by step, do this, do this, do this. And that that sort of stuff allows coaches to scale this business too, because like then it's just not dependent purely on them. So it's like if they have something to follow, then they can just take that and give it to an assistant coach, pay them hourly to go execute the sessions. So it's not just going to impact the coach directly; it's going to impact the whole organization. From the coaches all the way down to the kids. Um, awesome, man. Well, thank you for sharing that. And like I said, guys, if you're watching this and you want to connect with Coach Brown, you want to see what he's doing with his versatility workout and his done for you system, go down right below here. You're going to see the different links uh, to view his website and see how to purchase that for yourself. And if you want to get in contact with Coach Brown, you want to text him and set up a call, feel free. Like his number's right below here. He'd be happy to chat.